Bean in Orlando, Florida. What's up, Bean?
How you doing? Thanks for taking my call, Rich.
You got
I have a quick question for you. Why do you think the media, especially those at the big-time networks, are rooting so openly for Dak in his negotiations with the Cowboys? To hear them day after day, they rip into Dallas for not signing him already and just trashing Jerry Jones. Set aside that he's coming off a devastating injury, that he's 1-8 versus playoff games the last 2 years, and last year before he got hurt, he had 4 touchdowns and 4 interceptions in the first half of games when they fell behind. And this is speaking as a Cowboy fan. I just don't understand why they're rooting for him so much to get all this money.
Well, here's hold on before you go.
Okay.
Hold on. You ask a question. I'll answer. It's not rooting for it. It's just we also those who have interviewed him or met him, we genuinely like him, and that is obviously you need to tell it as you see it, and obviously you can point out that Dak has not beaten teams that have made the playoffs, and that he did perform very well in his first year when it was still Romo's gig, and he had a dynamite first month of the season before he hurt himself. So I'm not saying he's the best quarterback in the NFL, and he is not. I mean, I don't think he's top 5 in the NFL, but he is the best option for the Dallas Cowboys, and I think he can actually win a Super Bowl for them, and he also knows the community. So I'm rooting. I always root for athletes getting what they think they deserve. Always. I do that for anybody. But I'll flip it on you and ask you what you want Andy Dalton running it back, or what do you want as a Cowboy fan?
I want a reasonable price so they can still have money under the salary cap.
Well, that's on the Cowboys to figure that one out. And
well,
they can.
Right. It's on.
I mean, he won't be the first one to make a ton of money. I mean, and look at what the Chiefs did with Mahomes. Not a single soul is sitting here wondering about whether Kelsey or Hill or Chris Jones can be kept. I mean, it's possible. You don't like Dak, is what you're saying?
No, I like Dak, but I like Dak at 35 to 37 million and not at 40 to 42 million. That's the problem.
I guess they should have signed him a couple of years ago then, huh, Bean?
Well, they did. They offered him $37 million last year for 5 years, and he wanted 4 years. So it seems there's more this year than any other NFL quarterback that the media is completely on his side. It just doesn't make, and his stats don't. It's my perception.
Thanks for the call, Bean. Appreciate it. It's Bean in Orlando. See, now that's a nuanced conversation. He came in hot, blamed the media, of which I'm part, and then we hashed it out, and it's all good. Now, you're saying I should treat him like garbage or agree with him on his hot take, and we'll get more clicks.
I mean,
that's your new higher register, right?
It seems to be the way of sports talk radio. But, it's funny that he said he doesn't understand why everyone seems to like Dak, and I'm like, that should tell you something right there. We're in this world, Chris, where, everyone wants to trash talk everyone else. And here's a guy who most people genuinely like and want to see succeed and want to see thrive. So I don't know why you would question.
Yeah, when he got hurt, there wasn't more universal praise of people.
No, I know, but
Dak is such a great guy. I can't believe this is happening.
He's sitting at home
to him.
and he's a Dallas Cowboy fan, and he turns on NFL Network first, because Bean did sound smart at the very least, or ESPN or FS1, where two people are taking similar argument sides and barking at each other, or having a nuanced conversation, depending on the show. And he's sitting there and he's seeing pretty much everyone saying Dak deserves what they get. And he's sitting there thinking, well, if he gets what he deserves, my team's going to stink because the salary cap. Well, that's on the Joneses.
Right.
Everybody's got the same issue filling out the puzzle pieces of their cap situation. And so maybe he's sitting there saying, what's going on with the media? And I guess I can pick that up, but I've met the kid. I think he's really, really good. And I think he comports himself in a certain way that in the NFL, you put those two things together and it's your time to get paid. You should get paid. That's it.
Also, you have to look at that's the face of your franchise, and you want somebody like that to be the face of your franchise. And plus, coming off of that injury that was so gruesome, you want him to come back.
And we're also saying the same thing about Deshaun Watson. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.